Ladies and gentlemen, Drifter Menex is proud to present the LBLA Force Truck with tracks and Wi-Fi camera on the top. Bring it on now, boy. Hey, are you ready? So, wanna see how we got here? Keep watching. Welcome, I'm my fellow Drifter Menex, Rich here, and this is my LBLA military truck review. So 1/16 scale, 4-wheel drive, 2.4 GHz transmitter, ready to run. There's a link to it if you like it below the video, which I think you might do, as it's got two really neat features. The first isn't on the front of the box, it's on the back of the box, which is it also comes complete with a set of tracks. Now I saw one of these, a similar car to this, running on Shane Arsty's channel, and it set me thinking this would be great in the snow in New Jersey in winter. Alas, I'm no longer in New Jersey, California. So I'm going to put these tracks on and later on this week get down a beach with it and test it on sand just to see how well it gets on, because I think it might be quite fun. Speaking of fun, it also comes with a built-in Wi-Fi camera, meaning you can see what it sees on your mobile phone. You're going to steer it with a conventional transmitter setup, but I'm guessing we maybe got some little clip or something which enables us to put the phone above the transmitter and steer using the picture on the phone. Anyway, we'll find that out in just a second, but if you like what you see, there is a link to it below this video, and if you really like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Well guys, with the fayee LBLA military truck, shows it in tan on one side of the box and military grey on the other side. Now I have to say, until I open the box, I haven't a clue what colour it's going to be. So, slide it open. Now I've got the tan version, but as I say, it does come with both the wheels and the track version in it. See what we've got. Just checking anything else in the box. Always check the empty box, guys. And we've got our instruction manual on there and a card. Are you satisfied with the product? Contact them as opposed to whoever you bought it from. Okay, comes with instructions which I shall peruse at my leisure. They appear to be in Chinese, but over the page we've got full English instructions detailing what the car comes with and how to change from tracks to wheels on there. How to set up the radio, etc. Anyway, more to the point, let's get straight down to the car. So what have we got in here? Our 4 wheels, so that means it's fitted with the tracks as standard as opposed to the wheels, which is no bad thing, as the first thing I was going to do was put the tracks on, but I will do a test video showing it with running with both the wheels on and the tracks on. Fairly simple to put on, looks like one screw through each wheel. First of all, I can see on the top in the instructions it says download and install the software. So I'm thinking, is this thing entirely app controlled? And maybe you're controlling it as well as viewing it through your mobile phone. But underneath, I've got seen the transmitter on it, which it says in the instructions is there. Okay, having removed the tape, it says in the main. What else have we got here? As I say, instructions on there as to downloading the app. It actually does come with the little device here for holding your phone on top of the transmitter. Also comes with a separate Wi-Fi camera on there, so that's the only bit of self-assembly I guess we've got to do. What else have we got on it? Miniature screwdriver, USB charger on there, and I'm guessing that's maybe our aerial node, but we shall see. Well, let me get the truck out of the box. Well packaged, but it's easy to take apart, not the battle that you have with some. Transmitter, forwards, reverse, steering on there, and that little socket on the top there was indeed the aerial for the transmitter. Now the transmitter for this car is fairly simplistic because the thing's not going to be going super fast or anything like that, so you're not going to be steering dual rate, throttle dual rate, etc. on there. Simply got your throttle, brake, reverse, and your steering on there. On off switch there, 2 AA batteries in, and you're ready to go. Anyway, let me get the camera off the tripod, let's have a look at this truck. Okay, before we look at our LBLA Force military truck, let's have a look at what we get included with it. As I say, we get our transmitter, our camera, mount for your mobile phone on there so you can steer on the fly, so to speak. Spare 4 wheels, which you can swap the tracks over from. USB charger and screwdriver, in order that you can change the wheels over. So everything is included with it, instruction manual and your warranty card on there. And I'm betting our battery is tucked away somewhere inside the truck. Okay, we'll start at the front on our LBLA Force Truck. It is super scale, I have to say. And I'm wondering how much these tracks are going to grip. I wonder whether to squirt a bit of WD-40 on those before I start, just to soften them up a little bit. Now the battery is located in the front of the car. Quick scan down the underside in just 1 second. No suspension test this time, guys. And anyway, the battery is mounted in the front here. I've just taken it out to charge it on the USB charger. Simply plugs in there, and that lid snaps down nice and tight, so it's not going anywhere while it's moving. We'll have a quick scan down the underside. Now I notice at the front we have got steering trim on there, manual trim. So solid axles on there. Actually got metal drive shafts down there, centrally mounted motor, on-off switch on there. All of the electrics on this car are pretty much hidden away. We've got leaf springs, I notice, both front and rear. So, super scale detail on there. Anyway, I've had the battery on charge for a little while, so I'm going to pop that in and see just how well we get on with the Force Truck on these tracks. Okay, when it comes to charging the battery, the charger flashes red and stops when the battery is charged, so it stopped charging. So, time to put it in. Simply slots in there. So, flashing lights, that indicates I've got power to the receiver, but I need to go and get some for my transmitter. Back in a second. Now, when it comes to that transmitter, you have got the little stub antenna on the top here, but if you pull this out, very neat little feature on here, the phone holder simply clips in the top there, so you're going to put your mobile phone in there and be able to drive while watching your phone on there. Well, as I mentioned, the LBLA Force Truck does come with two neat features. One is the tracks on the car, the other is the Wi-Fi camera. Now you can run it as a conventional truck with the wheels on and it will look perfectly normal. You can run it with tracks on, looks normal, but you've got this little slot here where the camera clips into that and the camera wires on, if you can see, just into that little slot there. Okay. Plugging the camera in, you will need fingers considerably smaller than mine. Simply slots in there, and then I believe we are ready to rock and roll and steer the truck by camera. So, with the camera installed, battery on board, I'm now all ready to go and have for a quick test drive. First of all, I'm just going to try it out conventionally. Then I'll put my phone on board, download the app and link it to this and try driving it on the app alone. So let's get on with the test drive, Rich. Well guys, this is definitely an RC with a difference, because not only can you use the remote control for the vehicle on here, the steering on here, we'll get a demonstration and a video, an outside video fairly soon. Not only can you use the transmitter, if you turn the transmitter off, you can then use these controls on the app, so you can be controlling it from another room, and you can control the truck simply using the app as well. A little bit of practice required. How neat is that? I was not expecting that, for it to be app controlled and RC controlled as well. So you're getting two for the price of one, which makes it even more attractive to my mind. Could be quite fun to let your kids play around with it and using your phone and steer the car around, and they can secretly record people and take pictures as well. Well, I bought the LBLA Force Truck out with its tracks on to test to start with, then I'll try it on the wheels later on. Just going to throw a few different terrains at it and see just how it gets on. I'm going to try it on steering it from the conventional remote control first of all, before trying the app. Now the steering is quite funny, because you hear that noise, there's like a little motor trying to turn. Well, seems to handle loose stuff fairly well, so I'll find something a bit more testing. Well, on loose gravel, it shouldn't have any problem whatsoever at all. Motoring over that. The LBLA Force military truck comes with tracks. It also comes complete with a set of conventional wheels, which are dead easy to put on using the supplied screwdriver. All these wheels are just one screw in the centre. Wondering how the track system works. You've just got a tiny little cog there. When I say little cog, and the belt is in it. It's got little indentations on it on there. So that's how the track element of the truck works. Well guys, I've got the wheels on the LBLA Force military truck. Just check out those headlights. Not steering on the camera today, just using the conventional one. Just be easy to film with. Immediately got quite a bit more speed, and the steering radius is still huge, but nonetheless much better than with the tracks. Anyway, let me go outside with it. It's got fully locked axles on there, so it's always in crawling mode if you like. I tried it with the tracks on, and I thought I'd bring it out, and we'll see how get it on with its conventional wheel setup. Now the motor on this thing is only quite small, so any bigger obstacles, it's not necessarily, it's got all its favour, that lightweight and locked axles mean it should fly up stuff.
but that small motor is maybe going to go against it in places, but we shall see. Not quite a good approach angle, so, and it gets up that better than it did with the track, with the tracks on it, because the tracks were slipping a bit. Up there without any problem with the tracks on. Loose surface at it. I'm thinking of building a crawler track at the back somewhere here, guys. Any ideas for obstacles would be most welcome. That's going to be like my winter project, if you like. It's only got a tiny little motor on here. The gearing should be good enough to get up here. As I say, that steering system is slightly unusual, but nonetheless seems to work. As I say, it's only pretty lightweight. Making short work of that, I have to say. And it goes as fast, I'm guessing, in reverse as it does going forwards. As I say, that lightweight is in its favour, he says, and we immediately get stuck. Nice one, Rich. Yeah, that battles on through. Now you have to bear in mind, guys, it's got real leaf spring suspension on there, so it does have its limitations, but it's super scale, probably steeper at it. It'll incline probably about 10 vertical feet up to the top there. I thought the motor might be a little bit on a small motor. I thought it might struggle a bit because of the motor, but far from it so far, he says, and then we'll probably get stuck. It's certainly considerably better with the wheels on than the tracks on. The tracks kill the battery life, are good fun, but they kill the battery life in no time. So it's showing its limitations a bit on the weight. That's actually under a lot better than I thought. Now, loose gravel. Crawler shouldn't have any problem with this, and I wouldn't expect this to. You're going up that without any worry at all. Now the thing is, with that leaf spring suspension, you need to take any descents sort of fairly well head on. Otherwise, the light weight of the body tends to pull it over, whereas the suspension is not absorbing an awful lot. But nonetheless, it's a lot more competent driving over rocks than I thought it would be. It's actually better to drive in this by quite some way than with the tracks on. It's a traditional leaf spring setup on here, so it is super scale. Well guys, give me the LBLA Force Truck a run for its money on both tracks and the wheels. It does run considerably, or it's considerably nicer to drive on the wheels. The tracks are fun, I'm sure can go over a lot of stuff, and we'll take it down to the beach to play on the sand later this week. But I would say the wheels, it's going to be quite a competent little crawler. In fact, I'd be interested to see how it handles some bigger terrain, because it's got a fairly decent approach angle on there on the rear for sure, and not too bad descent angle on the back. Slightly limited on suspension travel with the real leaf springs on there, but nonetheless quite a fun little vehicle. And like the fact that you can control it on a sort of fly-by-wire via the app, or simply look at the picture coming out the camera that's there on the conventional transmitter there. Anyway, if you'd like one of these, there is a link to it below the video. Lots more fast cars coming up this winter, so don't forget to subscribe.
We hope you liked this video. If you did, please click on the circle image to subscribe. And if you hit subscribe, then don't forget to hit that little notifications bell next to it.